I think we're getting pretty close to ready. It's like, if you can see yourself in it, it's ready to start carving. I drove to Alaska and I pretty much jumped off of a tour. I was contemplating like quitting music altogether. During one of the off days, I took a solo hike up to Denali to like view Denali, and it was this beautiful like bluebird day. It was the most gorgeous thing I'd ever seen, and I just like started crying. And I didn't know what was going on because the night before I was like sure I was done with music, totally done. And then after I saw Denali, I woke up the next morning and I had like 3 brand new songs. And I know now that I can't quit music. I'm so tired, I can hardly stay awake. One more day driving and we'll get past Salt Lake. And you called me from your hometown, told me you were going down to see a man who said he'd always be around. So I got back from Alaska and decided I needed to take the reins. I needed to kind of take control of the whole situation and continue doing music. And it brought me back to this song I wrote a while ago. I wrote it after a casino gig, and I was really depressed and drunk. And I woke up the next morning, and I had it written there, and I didn't know for sure if I wrote it or not. But it kind of talked about everything I was going through. Pretty much the moral of the whole song is if you're going to crash the car, you might as well be the one driving. Or sink the boat, you might as well be the one steering the boat. So kingdom come, I'll be prisoner, trudging through the water that is bound to bring me down. 'Cause I'm the captain of the ship that's sinking in the bottom, and the only man worth saving will be wasted by tomorrow. Yeah, the only man worth saving will be wasted by tomorrow. Most of the time on my solo tours, I'll just find a nice spot to sit, and I'll sit down and carve a spoon and think through a bunch of stuff. I write a lot of songs while I'm carving or in the wood shop. Like I said, I'm not really paying attention to the carving so much as I'm paying attention to what else is going on. I was like having a really bad anxiety and depression on the road. And I think he was on the East Coast. I was talking to some dude at the merch table after his show. He suggested doing something with my hands to like keep myself busy. So I went back to the cabin that week and I started carving spoons. And I had never carved before, but I decided that might be kind of fun. Turns out I really, really liked it. And after about a month, I had about 400 spoons laying around the cabin. And I thought that looked way more insane than just being a little socially anxious. So I started selling them at shows. And turns out they sell better than my music does. So So I kept carving spoons, and it's kind of a nice byproduct of, something that helps me a lot. Yeah, so like my anxiety and depression got to the point where I was like really terrified to go to grocery stores. And that's where the song Take Me to the Movies came from. And grocery store just didn't rhyme as well as movies did, so yeah, that's kind of where that song came from. And it's all about finding somebody that tells you carving 400 spoons in the country is kind of crazy, and that's okay, but
So come on, baby, won't you take me to the movie? Won't you show me something new and help me off my mind? Tell me it's all gonna be alright. Tell me everything is fine. Tell me everything is fine.
My mom got diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer, and I was getting phone calls, updates on like how she was doing while I was tracking different vocals, and I think that really comes through the record. It's like how much change was happening and how much pain, but also hope and like perseverance was happening at the same time. So All Your Love, I wrote that song, but I didn't really know what it was about. And then when I got the call about my mom being sick, I finished the song with that in mind, and it just kind of like completely poured out of me every therapeutic thing that I needed to say, and everything that I was feeling. And to this day, every time I play that song, I have a hard time not crying or completely being back in that moment again when we got that phone call.
Just take one every morning. Don't you ask them what it's for. When all your love is all you are, when all your love is gone, when all your heart is searching for, but all your love is gone.
Pretty much paid for this album by doing woodworking and construction, and it makes me that much more proud of the product. I worked my ass off for this album.
Now it's just like words lost in a story, or the promises we made we can't recall.
It's starting to look like a spoon. As my brother would say, coming together, taking shape, starting to look like something.
From the garden that was falling apart, now I just hold on to those memories and the feelings buried in my heart. It's not the first time you made me cry. It's not the first time we moved too fast. It's not the first time I said goodbye. But this time